Good evening, everybody. The chat is lively, Stevie P. And what do we have in store for everybody today? Obviously, we're going to talk about the game, the week that was, how the trolls are out again, gentlemen. We got busted tweets. And I believe that maybe yesterday we had a bit of luck because I went into Chicharo's with my man-made boxers, felt very comfortable, even the socks I wore yesterday. So we'll touch bases on that. Guys, without further ado, are we ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's go.
You are listening to the Milan Weekly Podcast, the English voice of Radio Rossonera and Milan fans all over the world.
Rafael Leao produces a moment of utter magic.
Che sì, ed è gol!
Theo Hernandez al volo! Theo Hernandez, ancora lui, una meraviglia! Ibrahimovic! Zlatan Ibrahimovic, fuori classe assoluto!
Cari amici sportivi, welcome to another edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast, episode 238 to be exact. Here we talk everything Milan, a job ain't done, Milan, and keep on crying haters on Twitter, Milan, and always faithfully here every single month. Well, not maybe every single Monday. Stevie P, Busted Jan, Vinny T, guys. What a game it was yesterday. Yes, we're talking about the Mamba mentality. Thank you to Steve for coming up with this great idea. And Sonny, you know what? That's the magic of the Milan Weekly Podcast team is that Steve has the idea. And just like Bob Ross, he just paints you a picture, Sonny. So thank you very much, Sonny, for all your hard work. Love it. David is on the comments. How are we doing, gentlemen? Busted Jan, how are you? How are we feeling today?
Feeling good. I mean, how could you not feel good after seeing a nice 2-0 win and fully expected the other results to happen? Who cares about them? We're just going to keep on winning. So it's an important last week. I'm excited. You guys?
TVP.
I need 1 point. That's all I'm going to say this whole podcast. Give me 1 point.
We're going to go from give me a right wing to give me just 1 point. And Steve has said he's not on the bus until we get that 1 point. But Steve, I want to take the opportunity. So, you know, our friends at Milan Club Toronto, Frank always likes to send us the messages, but you remember Ian was at one point replaced me. It was part of the Patreon family.
Yes, of course.
But look at Ian here, Steve. Let me see here if I could put it. Look at Ian's dancing. He was doing alla Gasperi yesterday after the actual goal. He's become a meme. See if we could see it clear from there. But Ian, keep the love there in Toronto. To Tim, that's looking to travel 6 hours here. He's like, how about if I leave at 5 o'clock in the morning? I could be there for Milan Club Montreal. I think Derek is going to be here next week. But what a celebration it's been. Well, celebration. Let's not celebrate too early, but it was a great weekend to see Milan Club Dublin, especially. Thank you to Colin for sending us those pictures, those videos. But as Steve was saying, 1 point, right? 1 point. Let's take it over to. Did you guys have anything? Actually, you know what? Before we get into the game, Milan Club Montreal. This is a shout out to everybody, single one of you. For anybody that does not have to go to church on Sunday, we will be there at Chocharo's or play hockey. Jan, we will be there at Chocharo's. President is splashing the cash. We're going to be giving out lunch for everybody. We're a nice little crowd on yesterday. Hope to see most of you there. And don't worry, I told off the old man really bad yesterday, so he will not be there to bust our balls. And yeah, that was pretty. I told him off bad, Steve, like swearing and everything. But hey, he deserved it. He was coming from Milan Legends. He was walking towards Milan Legends because Milan Legends is a bit loud, right? And he's going directly towards him. like this, and that's when I just stepped in. But anyways, Steve, am I missing anything for housekeeping stuff? I don't think so.
I need to win the Scudetto. 1 point. That's all I need.
And here, I know you do have, everybody was missing the soundboard last week, but the soundboard is back. We need maybe a sound, Steve, that just says.
Ciao ragazzi, ciao Ale, come stai?
Ciao Presidente, il vero Presidente, come stai te? Tutto bene?
Tutto bene, grazie.
Oh man, did I miss you? Looking,
Can we just
at
get the tutto bene,
yeah,
grazie
just
part?
got off the tutto.
Can we just get that part at the end?
Yeah, we're gonna get better in the new year, and then for the new season, I have new sounds.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Taking a look at the starting lineup at the beginning, there was the Krunic guys. Doesn't raise an eyebrow anymore. Every single time we seem to ask of him, he does his job well. Jan, what did you think? Like, maybe even your thoughts on the first half and the starting lineup. I don't think there was any surprises here.
No, and we were talking about these guys have to step up in this last stretch, and guys have to play their best, and guys have to do this, and guys have to do that. And who would have thought for me that in these last two games, it was a guy like Riley Krunic, who's not a flashy player. By no means is he like the reason we're winning a title, but players like that understand what it means to play their role. And he played another solid performance to help his teammates just shine more. So great selections to start the game. Salamaker's proved to he caused some trouble. Again, he can't finish or make a good pass if his life depends on it, but still good work rate, was doing a lot of good stuff. And I just felt Calabria in the first half. I don't know if Steve noticed this too, but he was playing him more like in a midfield role, and it was forcing him to make a lot of mistakes and look quite awful. Like he looked really bad that first half. So you had him almost more in the middle, giving more support to Tonali. So I kept him out of position, and I found it was really, really odd to see him over there. And luckily, Atalanta had no answers. I don't know that he made some weird roster changes, man. Like Gasperini left a lot of decent to really good players on that bench. I don't understand what he was thinking.
But that's Milan's fault, right? That's
yeah,
Milan's
but supposedly,
fault.
He was saying he was studying a way to shut down Theo and Leao, and they both scored goals. So I don't know what he was studying.
No, it's the conspiracies,
really
right?
Really off what he was playing.
That we bought Gasperini's tactics for us to make it easy for us, right, Steve? According to because Atalanta's choices of players is our fault, as you were saying.
Yeah, but there's gonna be so many excuses. There's gonna be so many
reasons,
conspiracy theories, reasons. And to be very honest, you guys, at this point in the season, I couldn't care less. I don't care. This game, you could sum it up in two things. For our guys at Milan Post, the top was Theo and Leao. Well, you could call them Leo together. We're just fantastic on the left-hand side. It's a long time that we don't see both of them on their game at the same time, and you see how lethal it is on the left-hand side. And the flop, guys, is of all the players is Calabria, and it's a couple of games now. We talked about him being a little bit more up the field. I find he's misjudging balls too. I find he's getting caught. And yesterday he got beat by Zappacosta, guys. There's a big problem there. And Zappacosta looked like a really good left back yesterday at the expense of Calabria. Now, I could put a lot of money on the table right now. Sure bet we will see against Sassuolo this exact same lineup. Exact.
Yeah. I don't.
I would maybe if there has to be a reason why Benacer is coming in afterwards. So maybe a flip-flop with Tonali Benacer or Kessie Benacer. I don't know what they want to do. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see something similar to this with maybe that one change. And again, Krunic, guys, the miracle continues, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves.
It is.
We are playing professional Serie A soccer with no right wing and no true center attacking midfield, which the cool kids like to call the cam. We don't have that. And we're not only playing soccer, we're winning.
Yeah, because
This
15 games
this
unbeaten
is
is all luck,
you know
right? According to some people.
everybody on Twitter, you could come up with your own uh, great video and compilation of how we're pressing, and you can come up with a video of how this person does this in space. Go to your video, go to your local church or holy place, ask them for their video of their divine intervention or miracle, and play it because you're witnessing it now.
It has a lot to, a lot of people are on, on one side of the fence where it's like, how could this Milan be winning? They're so shit. Serie A sucks. And I was talking to Jan before he came on. I was like, yeah, but Serie A has not been the top league. And Juventus winning 9 years, 10 years in a row. What does that show about all the other teams? But then you got to give it to the spirit of this team, where I'm not trying to compare it to Leicester City, but the way this group has come together, and again, nothing short of a miracle, as you like to put it, Steve, without a right wing. And we've had, looking at our starting lineup from the beginning, losing Kajar so early, then, like, nobody was predicting a guy like Kalulu just coming out shining like this. Nobody in their right mind would have said at the beginning of the season that Donnarumma was going to be replaced and Mike Maignan was going to be the champ that he is, the champ that he has been for the season. So, looking, I just feel that every time, let's say, even on this team, we've had the lack of quality on the right hand side, or whenever somebody has some sort of bad game, they're there to support. Even, I needed to mention, I didn't think Tonali had the best of games either, guys. I just felt he's not the Tonali that we've seen in the last couple of games. Yeah, I don't know, you're
But the
shaking.
last couple of games, you didn't have good games
He
either.
didn't have good games, exactly. And I think there's some Inter accounts that made really good points, like the ones that he scored clutch goals that made people forget how bad he played all game. But I go to the fact that I think he plays with a bit too much passion and he makes mistakes, but that passion got him those goals. So did he have good performances? No, but that passion got him that. This game here, though, I found Pioli took him out earlier than expected. You even saw his face. The camera was zoomed in on him. I don't know if you guys were watching, but he didn't look mad because he's not that kind of guy. But you can see, like, okay, I'm coming off now. And it was the right move. Pioli, for all the times that he didn't make those right subs in some games that we lost against Spezia and Salernitana and these other teams, he's like his players, he's making the right choices right now. So you got to give kudos to him. He recognized the problem and he subbed them out, and that probably led to us not conceding and playing a lot better, because he looks like a bit like a hothead, which I like. He's a Milanista. He wants to do well, but sometimes he overextends himself and he's in the wrong position, and which is we'll always forgive guys like that because of the way that they're Milanistas at heart. So we see a bit of ourselves in them, and we're like, it's okay that you make a mistake. Like, the mistakes he makes compared to a Krunic are not going to get as criticized on Twitter by our fan base.
That's true.
Yeah.
And, looking even, Steve, would it be, to that discussion, two strikers, that are overaged. One is Zlatan, other than breaking windshields on the bus. How many games has he played? I believe, guys, probably in the comments,
He's a
17,
cheerleader
18.
now.
He's a cheerleader now, but
Yeah.
miraculous. I have to give it to you because it just doesn't seem real. Looking at these players that we're looking at right now,
There's a lot of there's the miracle, which is you're playing with 9 men basically, and again, people are gonna say, "Oh, you know what, Steve, you're negative," but it's the truth, guys. You have to be honest with yourselves, and I think, whatever happens the last match day, I know that I've been honest since the beginning. This was a mistake. It was a gamble, and it was a mistake not addressing those two positions, and especially for how close we are to the Scudetto right now, it's a huge gamble. Now, whatever happens the last day, and I've been hearing, May 5th for the Interista, we're gonna have our own day in Milan. In the end, to be very honest, Joe, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing because this team battled injury. Now we're seeing the soccer gods come a little bit back to fruition and start to even things up. There's a clear foul on Pessina, the first goal. The second, the Krunic slide tackle, I think there was no foul. But on the first goal, guys, there's a foul on Pessina.
Yeah.
If you take out your red and black glasses, there's
who was the referee?
He let everything go, Daveri.
That referee, no, it was Orsato.
Orsato.
That
yes.
referee, I'm sorry, in the last 10 to 15 years, how many times have we complained about this referee making mistakes and giving Juventus the advantage, giving Inter the advantage, giving Roma the advantage?
He didn't call
every fucking team in the league an advantage. So today it was our turn that Orsato made a fucking mistake.
Well, that's why the soccer gods are coming back.
But people don't. Yeah, but Steve, people don't remember that.
No, but they won't.
They just like to say, "Oh well." But we all get the league has bad refs. We all benefit and we all lose from it, and that's it. Just accept it or stop watching the league. You can't have it both ways.
The way I look at it as well, it is not that Atalanta deserved to win this game, that we won by some fluke miracle. And again, he didn't call anything. I felt he just let everybody play their game. So I don't see where this argument comes in. It's like they make it seem that we would have lost this game if it wasn't for that missed foul. And people want to talk about, I went to Ciuciaro today, the Interistas, but on the Pessina, you need all these referee help. And I'm like, we need refereeing help. I'm like, can you just admit we won? And that's it. He goes, you guys, you have to win against. I'm like, I'm going to concentrate on myself on next Sunday. You guys can watch your game on the other side. And I'm going to watch, because I don't need to watch Inter. I need to win this game or give myself a point. Right, Steve?
Yeah, that's all we have to do. There's no, I didn't even care to watch the Cagliari game. We'll go to the rest of the games. Yeah. At this point, it's Milan put themselves in a position where they control their own destiny. We had a pretty tough schedule if you think about it, but there's one game left, and the game is against Sassuolo away.
We have a harder schedule.
We're gonna throw out the window whatever road record, whatever clean sheet record we have. Throw away everything. Yeah. This is the last final that they have to play. They need 1 point or 3 points, and they take home number 19.
That's basically it. And for people who want to keep on hating, but miracle is going to come up quite often, for the weeks to come. But we have people were saying, oh, us the Scudetto, those guys, we left the Scudetto in Bologna. And I was like, no, I think you left that Scudetto, those 8 games you went with 8 points, that you didn't gain a single point with that bad stretch. So no matter how you look at it, and he's like, oh, but we lost it in Bologna. I'm like, how about us against, would it be, the mishaps? What was that goal there against was it Empoli?
The Spezia,
and also
the Napoli.
We had Tatarusano who played 9 games.
Tatarusano played 9 games.
9 games.
Tiramisu.
Frazu had played 9 games, so he's gonna own goal himself 9 times.
Oh boy.
We had our backup that came from some bumfuck league. Are you serious? He played 2 months. And our goalie is still gonna win the Golden Glove.
It's officially
secure. Yeah,
it's secure.
It's
secured. And he missed 9 games. That's why we're where we're at.
But
because we'll see what busted tweets. We lost a player for free, but it's what you do.
I'm sure we have a couple of nice busted tweets coming up. Guys, before we go on to the Serie A, anything to add for yesterday's game? So for you, Steve, your top was Leao, and can we just give a little shout out? I mean,
Krunic for me. My top is Krunic.
Krunic for you, Steve. You had said both, but I'm gonna have to hand it for Theo for that coast to coast. It was, but guys, I will say one thing: if Theo misses or whatever case may be, people would have been shitting on him because that's typical Theo, not passing. It just, I don't know what he felt and went all the way, but I'm going to go with even a shout out to the no yellow cards, to Kalulu, to Tomori. Who else was on a yellow? I believe Leao was on a yellow. But for me, it's going to have to be on Theo. So beautiful goal, the coast to coast. But I just, did you guys see who shared somebody on Twitter? There was I think it was Arabic commentator, and he was like, as he was going, he was making the noise of a train. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was somebody I mentioned on Twitter.
We out here drinking Laziale tears, Napoli tears. They taste great.
Good old Gio with the he loves the to drink all those tears. Gio, hope you're gonna be drinking a lot of tears on. He's got a 9 a.m. start, 9 a.m. start in California. To Sunny and Patreon member Kim, guys, I feel bad. 2 a.m. start for those guys, Australia time, but I hope they don't have to work the next day. Guys, anything left here? Can we take it over to Syria?
So yeah,
All right,
There's
Steve.
one thing.
Yes.
People again comparing Theo's goal to George Weah's goal.
Yeah.
get out of here.
Please don't do that, guys.
Come
Please
on.
don't do that.
Not because
even
he
the
went
same
from
type
one
of
end to the
build-up.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like Theo zigzagged a bit, brought it over. You had guys that were just doing the motions and were waiting for the end. Come on, it's not the same.
George was getting chased by hyenas. Theo was getting chased by
Rabbits.
what's the not even rats, like
Rabbits.
bunny rabbits. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
bunny
right.
rabbits,
Bunny rabbits. Like no one wanted to touch him. I know the guy Kubernetes there, the other Dutch guy. He was on a card. He couldn't tackle him, but someone has to tackle that guy.
Yeah. Someone's got to take him out. And they just let him do, just from one side, just went away. And nobody's like, okay, just go ahead. And anyways, Steve, soundboard is ready. That's for you, Liban. So looking at the other scores, let's go through this one here. Roma Venezia. I watched a bit of this one. Roma.
Roma took
Well, look,
46
you gotta
shots.
give it to Mourinho. He wants to make sure that he's going to be defending his crown in the Conference League next year. So make sure that you get there next year. The Litz of it.
Steve, did you watch any bit of this game, or it's just I don't know? It just seemed like they went through that nice little stretch, that they thought they were gonna beat. They were able to beat
They
the
need some
top four
Wi-Fi
teams.
passwords on the way there. While they're playing in the Conference League.
Yeah, I watched this a bit. Look, they took 46 shots, guys. The Venezia keeper, he stood on his head a bit, but what do you want to do?
And in the end, Venezia definitely going down to Serie A. Now it's all left to going to take a look after. But
Venezia is going to Serie B, but it's
Serie
okay.
B. So that's what I meant, going back down. Bologna Sassuolo. I did not watch any of this one here, but looking at those 3 goals, and everybody's like, "Oh, I hope Raspadori and Scamacca do the same thing to you guys." That's the only comments I got from this game. I don't know if Jan, you watched a bit of this, or Steve.
I watched a little bit, and I just hope they got their goals out of them now, and that's it.
Yeah, and I don't think Bologna was very good in this game.
No.
Not the Bologna we've seen in the last couple of weeks. Salernitana keeping the fate.
I watched this game.
Tying it up in what was it, in this late second half? Yeah.
No, but more the goalkeeper for Empoli, Vicario. Wow, this kid's good, man. They were saying something like most shots faced in the top 5 leagues in Europe. He's gonna be something. Like, Italy, we always develop good goalkeepers like Cranio and these other guys. Impressive game because Salernitana was bringing it, so it's an impressive game.
Steve, why that sound bite there?
Because I think Salernitana could actually won this game.
They could have. That kid he was everywhere.
They have who's the guy for I can't remember his name though. Oh, he has the ugly tattoo of the soccer ball on his neck.
Brozovic. Oh no,
No.
sorry.
Brozovic has the bomb. Who missed the penalty shot late in that game?
Bonazzoli.
Perotta, no? Or what? No, not
Perotti.
Perotti, that's it. Doesn't he usually score when he used to play at Rome? He always scored. Now against Empoli, he missed. I think, again, guys, I'm going to repeat it again. The only thing that could overshadow Milan's miracle possible Scudetto this Sunday is if Salernitana holds on and does not get relegated.
It's like, where were we at winter? We don't know if this team should be allowed to play.
They were kicking them out.
They were kicking them out, right? Because didn't they play one game without any owners? Or I think that's why they had like those games in hand, and Lotito sold it to his daughter. But in the end, it is a nice story. But what does that say about, like, what are they going to do like next year? I don't think they're going to go out and splash some cash and try to stay up in Serie A, but still a nice story to see.
In reality, it's not even a nice story. It's an embarrassing story. You're the top flight league in Serie A in Italy, and you have the same owner for two teams, and you cannot be organized enough to settle these things before you start your season. It's pretty embarrassing.
Looking at Verona Torino, this was
This was a sleeper, guys. Watch this game. A sleeper.
anything to report on the
There
sleeping.
is absolutely nothing to report on this game.
I'm surprised Torino didn't concede a goal, honestly, because they
Yeah.
always do. That's the only thing I'm
But
surprised
Verona
about.
had no answer. I think Tudor was afraid of his mentor, which is Juric there, and they were scared of each other. And they were just like two exactly. They were like, when you play tic-tac-toe and you know the move where you can get the
Yeah.
person. Yeah, well, that's what they were just drawing every single time. It was tic-tac-toe. And, it seems like Verona had one blemish and he took advantage of it, and the rest was just boring tic-tac-toe.
Not boring tic-tac-toe. Udinese Spezia, 5-goal thrill in this one. I watched a little bit of this one, entertaining to watch. I don't know if you guys caught a bit of it or.
Udinese is fun to watch. I like watching Udinese. It's a fun team to watch. They have some nice players.
And then you get always the love for whenever Delofeo does something good. He
Yeah.
used to play for Milan. Guys, he played for like half a season.
But he's a fan, man. He likes all the things. He was like following Leao. He's like, so like, props to him. Good for him.
We changed it. Larry, we changed it today. It's always going to be the miracle Scudetto, but now it's the Scudetto we won with 9 men, not 10, 9.
Next slide. What do we got, Steve? I know everybody was hoping, 245, but let's not kid ourselves, Steve. As you say, take out your red and black glasses or your Serie A glasses. Inter was not going to lose this game. Everybody, yeah, but guys, Cagliari has, they need the 3 points to stay up alive. Jan, you get your wish. Cagliari is going down to. It's official, right? Yeah. It's officially them. They're down, correct?
No, it's not official.
No, it's Genoa. Genoa's official.
Yeah.
No surprises here, yeah.
No, I mean, I got a little glimmer of hope when they made it 2-1, and then I just saw them doing nothing. And I'm like, they weren't even pressing to get the ball back. It was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So yeah, what was going to happen? Yeah, they
sucks. I'm sorry, guys. This team should not have been. It's this. You know what? A lot of people, we feel bad for Genoa that they're going down, that they're oldest team, and you know what? They are a very important team in Serie A. But when you do it to yourself, and you hire a coach like Shevchenko, again, nothing against Shevchenko, but played in Serie A, yes, managed Ukraine.
Fine.
But never really did anything in any other league, right? So you give him this Genoa team that they're fighting for survival every year. But what did you expect? And then once you finish with Shevchenko, you go to another experiment. You gotta have someone who knows the league. And, isn't it Bagliardini who's coached Genoa like 14 times now?
Yeah,
sometimes 3 times in the same season.
But they should have been relegated 3 years ago. They just get these last minute.
Yes, and they do it for themselves. And, and Cagliari, the same thing. You went with Eusebio Di Francesco, another guy who should have never left Sassuolo.
Another Gianpaolo with a bit better hair.
Yeah. Then you say, you know what, guys? Eusebio, thank you. But we're going to bring in someone more qualified. Walter fucking Mazzari. What do you expect, guys? Like the next thing they could have possibly done is bring in Ventura. I'm sorry. Like these teams, these Italian teams who do not understand that there needs to be a project, you suffer and you go down. Kudos to Spezia staying up. Salernitana, with no owner, realized that they needed someone who knew the league and could keep them up. So I don't feel bad for Cagliari. I don't feel bad for Genoa. You know what?
Maybe it's a needed thing.
I feel bad for the teams like Venezia, who actually showed a bit of, they wanted to try to do something different.
They had a good social media account.
Yeah, they had a good social media. They were doing good stuff for the league. There was no racist bullshit from their fans. There was nothing.
Plus, it's a
But-
cool trip to go to their stadium. You're on the
Yeah.
little boats.
It might sink when the next time we go to watch a game there. Like they won't let me in. I'm overweight for that stadium. They're gonna say, "Sir, you're gonna have to watch it from some mosaic window there out and about." But you understand, like the Italian teams, they do have history, and like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know about the history of I don't know Burnley in the EPL. But is it as good and as nice as the history of some of these teams? No. And it sucks that they're owned by people who have zero imagination and zero creativity.
Who's coming up from Serie A? The Monza still up there? Because then they do the playoff, right? I think the first place goes automatically to Serie A, and then it's what, 2 and 3?
They said it.
Cremonese is coming up.
Cremonese, isn't Lecce 2 coming up?
Lecce is coming up. I know, like position 2 and 3, 4, 5. What is it, like a playoff?
And Monza's in the playoff, or they got eliminated?
Monza's in
I think Monza's eliminated. I don't think Monza's in there anymore.
Okay.
Cremonese is going to be interesting with the gray and red sweater.
So definitely take a look. But hopefully for guys like Cagliari and Genoa, it's a good thing for them. Like, get back to building from the core and see if they can make it back up in a couple of years from now. Today was trying to watch a bit of VJ saying Lecce and Cremonese. Thank you. I love the comments. They're there, man. They're there. Even we have you as special correspondent, busted correspondent, but the guys are there for help. Lazio, Juventus, Juve coming up with 2 goals, and then Lazio, Brescia, and Monza in the semifinal. And check out VJ's always great articles on Twitter when we retweet them. Always some good stuff, VJ. Any surprises here? Just like, even I was talking to a couple of Juventus fans, it's like, it's not as exciting as watching because there's nothing to play for, right? But I don't know if you guys caught a bit of this game. Chiellini's last game at the stadium, supposedly going to MLS. I'm not sure.
Where's he going to MLS? What team?
I thought I read LA.
LA? Oh, okay.
That's what I read.
There's only 3 teams in MLS that people actually want to go to. So
that's true.
That's the problem with MLS. It's they have to change that. They have to change that mindset. Mark saying LAFC. People want to go to LAFC, the LA Galaxy, New York, Miami. That's about it, guys. And it seems like Toronto has to overpay all the time.
Dybala says God very even Dybala's last game in front of their fans. But looking at this, Juventus definitely. Do you guys see Allegri there next year?
Of course.
Allegri's not going anywhere. Steve, you?
Yeah,
no, he has to stay.
So $9 million a year. Can't afford to just not pay that guy to stay.
And before the Juventus Lazio game, Super Sampdoria, guys. Sampdoria playing for absolutely nothing. Fiorentina trying to stay.
Laugh at their city rivals. They know that they went down the day before, and they want to just we're staying barely.
And
also,
where's this Italiano coach that supposedly is the next coming of Christ? Steve, were you able to catch a little bit of this one? Surprising.
No, today, guys, I'm really sorry. I did not watch any of these games, but I wouldn't shit on guys like Italiano. There's not much to play for now. They're looking at having a pre-camp. They're sending these guys off on vacation.
I think next year.
I like that project. That's a cool project.
I want Fiorentina to be back one day. Just too bad. Right now it's not the year, but
I want them to be back too. But they better stop fucking selling players to Juventus, because they're killing their fans. Whichever owner, and especially Gomara Rocco, who said from the beginning that he would not be a feeder to Juventus. Well, buddy, this year and last year and the year before.
But I mean, they sent Baggio there years ago too, so it's like, this is maybe their thing? I don't know.
No, that was the start of the hatred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark was mentioning, because yesterday during the group therapy session, we were getting live comments, guys, but it was spam. So I go, you've made it when you're getting live spam. It was called Naked HD. Click on this link. So yes, thanks, Mark, for reminding. Yeah. And then Napoli, Genoa. Nothing, no surprises here.
Wow, did you see
Insigne.
the size of the trophy they gave Lorenzo Insigne? I think it was taller than him.
What was that
Did
trophy
you see
for?
the trophy? I don't know. And De Laurentiis was wearing like those down jackets. It's like 38 degrees
I know.
Celsius. You know how cold his room
You know,
must be? You know
it,
how air conditioned that box must be that he's wearing a down jacket to go give this player a trophy that's taller than him. Yeah, you guys have to go look at it. It's crazy. I don't know like where he got this thing. Like
we like to
Napoli for
point.
tackiness.
We like to poke
Never
fun at
had.
Lotito, but De Laurentiis he's a special cat as well. Steve, did you catch any of this? And
Yeah, I did. I wanted to see Lorenzo's last game in Naples. Always. I think he was always true to that city, that team. And he gave a lot. They gave him a chance. He gave all he could. It's just in a nutshell, and Napoli fans will not want to admit it. De Laurentiis was too cheap to win them a Scudetto
Yep.
because they had all the weapons to do so.
That's true. That's definitely true. So looking, so you have Cagliari 29, Salernitana 31, and it was basically Fiorentina trying to play to do some European football. That's why everybody's saying like Sampdoria not playing for anything and just trashing Fiorentina today. I think the bottom three guys, I would vote that they're going to stay as is. I know Salernitana seems to have lady luck on their side. Do you see anybody changing between 5, 6, and 7 guys? Lazio, Roma, Fiorentina.
I mean, I hope it stays like that. I hope Salernitana stays up just for chaos. Why not? And also, you would keep Cagliari out, so they deserve to go down.
There we go, Steve. You share the same
I
feelings.
have a bad feeling Cagliari is going to stay up.
Yeah.
And just to fuck everything up like that. But gentlemen, it's 1 week left. We got the game next Sunday. Leave it to Serie A to leave us at the noon start, 6 p.m. So in that, honestly, like I was telling Jan before he came on, Steve, this was the first time. Were you nervous before this game? Like, this is the first time I felt that this kind of my stomach was in knots before the game. I don't remember the last time I felt this way for a Milan game. Yes, we'll have nerves or emotions, but how did you feel before the game? Did you?
Yeah, I'm very nervous. I started the Verona game, to be honest. It's kind of hot in my house. Long story short, air conditioner doesn't work. Can't wear the crew neck because we're in the middle of summer. But guys, Verona, I had it near me. And against Atalanta, I had to do some driving while trying to watch the game off my phone and driving, which is not good, not recommended. But it was so hot, I could not watch. I cannot wear or have this crew neck around me, so it sat next to me. And next week, I will be at a baptism, so I will not, unfortunately, be at Chocharo's. And the crew neck is coming to the baptism.
And maybe a suggestion for you and Carlos Sardelli that will have to be at church. Or you guys, do you have any tricks up your sleeve, Steve, so the good Lord doesn't punish you, or that?
I just again, it's so funny. It always happens like that. It's my luck that we're fighting for something like this, and I'm gonna have to stress and where am I gonna watch this game or how I'm gonna watch it while they're baptizing my niece and nephew. But it has to be done, and the Lord understands whoever you believe in, and especially on my case, I'm superstitious. The crew neck's gonna be there, but I need to watch.
That is it. And you're man-made, so at least the absorbing all the sweat and the so you feel nice and comfortable. Yeah, and you're gonna have to play hockey. Same thing. The man-made's gonna be there for you.
I will be supported by man-made while I play hockey, and at least when the game's over, I'll be able to watch the second half, so I don't have to go through the stress of the first half. So it'll be easier on me. And
there we go.
That's it. I'll be nice and supported with the man-made and wear the nice socks afterwards too to chill outside after the game. But I think it's almost a blessing that I'm missing the first half of that game.
They had a good promo by O'Toole. He wore their socks to golf, and he said that they were the best things. So nice. I took his advice, and I wore their socks to golf, and he's right. They are really good golf socks too. And the underwears, O'Toole was saying the chafing in between the legs, but him, he's like 4 pounds wet.
Yeah.
At close to 300 pounds, I can tell you that there's no chafing with the man-made underwears. Fantastic material. Guys, order the man-made bundle and please put in Milan, the MWP referred. They'll sprinkle something nice.
It is in the comments, guys. Obviously, great stuff. Let's take it over to Patreon. So, first off, Fabio saying Milan's on fire. Only Sassuolo stands in our way for a 19 championship. 3 points, 1 point doesn't matter. Let's just lock it up. Leao and Theo came up big. The only player I felt looked really out of was Calabria. I don't want to mess with the starting 11 since Lord Krunic and company have played well. Just want to give a shout out to Kessie for being a pro and battling hard to the end. If you're going to leave us with a trophy. My question is, at what time are you going to get off your couch or chair to Charles and get your bus tickets out and wait on the curb for a traveling party that will be rocking down your street? The explosion that will happen when the MWP boys step on the Scudetto bus is going to be insane. Maximum effort for maximum points. All the best, Forza Milan. P.S. Yes, the Madonna will be on the bus with us. So Steve has answered that question many, many times. So he's buying that ticket when that point is. Steve, would you buy that ticket if we were up 3-0 at halftime?
Nope.
So
No.
yeah, sharing our feelings about the Calabria. So we'll see if David, you guys, he's capable of actually having a bus ready somewhere there. So we're joking around, but he's definitely capable. Dave, we're waiting for pictures. Simon saying, what a match yesterday, what an atmosphere it must have been at the San Siro. I felt it through my laptop screen. I want to take a moment to praise the team, and if you don't make it at the end, the season has been incredible, ups and downs, tears of joy and frustration. That's why I'm a fan. I want to feel something, and Milan just gave me that. Krunic yesterday is my MVP of the match, not because he made some magical tricks or scored a wonderful goal. No, he's my hero because the way he played yesterday is how the team spirit is at the moment. They fight, put everything out there and chase a dream. You can really feel that they want to win the Scudetto. That's something we have not had for the last 12 years. It is even better now because nobody but us at Milan could pull it off. Anyway, looking forward to the Sassuolo game. No way in the hell are we going to lose that one. The boys will fight as hard as they can. Forza and Sempre Milan. A lot of these Patreon things, they just want to tell us how they feel. There's no questions. Just tell us how they feel. And thanks to Simon, because nobody could have made it to the group therapy session, so he came on. He was walking home, and then Timmy was at work. He's like, "Oh shit, Vinny's alone," so he came on. So thanks, Slim, and thanks for joining. Thanks for joining Patreon. David is saying, hello boys, no questions, just a suggestion for the intro. MWP, please stop putting players' names because soon there aren't going to be any players left for that intro. Forza Milan, love you guys. Presidente, we need to take out the Kessie on that one. Gio, keep up the great work, guys. Since Leao has put his PS5 control and been more direct, he has given us a chance to lift the Scudetto. Also, Theo, thanks for finally arriving to party, even though you were late. Question, why is the media against Milan never giving us credit? We are penny pinching to win, while the snakes are doing Ponzi schemes to win. Vinny, are you cashing in on your bus ticket? I believe I am cashing in on my ticket. Sorry, guys, I know I'm the odd man out here, but I'm cashing in. I believe. I definitely believe, and this stress inside, but I believe. But Steve, we were talking a bit about it at the beginning. Why do you think they don't give us enough credit in general? Some people might do, but why do you think the media in general do not give Milan enough credit?
Because we're not the best team in the league.
But how come nobody makes an article about why is Milan why don't they talk good about the good things that we've done other than the financials or
because no one wants to hear good things. People only want to hear bad things.
Also, Italians don't really understand how to balance a budget, so it's something that's above their intelligence level to understand.
And the other thing to add to that is that's the Italian media for you. So for me, I don't really pay attention to those things. I don't look for those articles because they're never going to come out. But why aren't they writing a negative article about Juve? Look at their season. Humongous budget, bailout of $400-something million. But everybody in the Italian media, and I'm going to call out everybody, and even the people that are on TV, are scared to call a spade when it comes to Juve because of their power in the media. Everybody, they can say whatever they want. I don't believe anybody. I call everybody out. No one will do what's no one will do what something like this podcast will do. Where I can tell you, and we said it, we'll go back in the episodes. Juve is not a good team. They could blame the coach, but they have to start at management level. They have to start at, what is Nedved's position? Besides him looking like someone who has really bad hair and really uncontrollable hand emotions, what else does he do? Because All or Nothing this year exposed Juventus and his lack of preparation, where they did not have a striker 1 week before the season started. Now, not this year. Think about when All or Nothing was last year of Cristiano Ronaldo. So, my answer to these people when they don't give us credit is, why don't you write something about Juve? When
No, but
you
they could write.
some-
They write about 2-3 months ago how it's possible that they're in a corsa per il scudetto when they were like 12 points behind, but they can't talk shit about, you know.
It's
you-
also there's a lot more Juve fans spread out throughout of Italy, Calabria especially, where they need to sell and get some clicks. It's all about media and stuff. The Milan guys, the Milan people, they're kind of really located in Milan or close to it, around in the north. They don't filter too much south. And again, it's the scare tactic, right? Just people don't write the truth about Juve, and that's what pisses me off about Italian media. Because you want negativity, you have a full season of how Juve botched it, and they botched it, and almost didn't make Champions League. The only thing that saved them was stupid Roma and Lazio couldn't string wins together when they needed.
Yeah. And the big mistake to me started last year because Napoli gifted Juventus Champions League football this year.
True.
Gifted.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't, who did they play that last game? Was it Verona? I believe Napoli had to win to just secure.
They lost at the end. I think they lost at the end. No,
and it was
2-2
so,
or something.
and that was the beginning. That was the beginning for me, because even we can talk about Milan not belonging in the Champions League, Milan not having the best of squads for Serie A. We can talk about Serie A's quality outside of Italy is not that great, but Juventus is, what have they done? Absolutely jack shit. And the problems would it be the salaries? And I liked to trash talk as a Milanista Susan Vlahovic, but I know, Steve, you say that he is an important player, makes it, but what did they gain? What have they gained from the the half of the year that they got him? I
Champions
believe.
League.
But they did not advance, though, right?
That money that they spent for the Champions League, the money they spent for Vlahovic helped them make the Champions League this year. Got them the points they needed to finish fourth. For them, it's a no-brainer. They have the money to spend, and they were able to spend it, and they saved their season by spending. It's not fantastic moves. Look at Zakaria. No one talks about him anymore, except for Juve fans who think he's Patrick Vieira 2.0. But
look at these guys. Remember Verona, Faroni had scored against Napoli. That's what it was. You guys are the best.
The big piece for Juve and their building block right now is Vlahovic. Everybody could call him Susan or whatever. The guy's a machine. Because remember, guys, if Milan could have afforded Vlahovic, he was probably a better fit at Milan than at Juve. But we can't afford him. So now you can't call him Susan just because he doesn't play in your team.
I take it from Presidente.
There's a boy named Sue.
Boy named Sue. AC Luda, Scudetto Bus believer here. Who would you say is the season MVP? I'd give it to the co-MVPs of Tomori and Kalulu, who formed a wall like if we haven't seen since the years of Mexes and Alex. Kidding, of course. After the banter years, the title run feels extra special. Forza Milan. Alex is like, they haven't seen since the years of Mexes and Alex. Oof. That one, it brought back some, not some very fond memories, but I know we had touched base last week, and I think we were all about on the same page. Magna has got to be your MVP of the season so far.
Yep.
Yes,
Definitely. Even though we
definitely
could talk
MVP.
about, the Kalulus or the Leao, or how Steve from, the beginning of the year, or even last year, just, wanting more from Leao and his development throughout the season. Would it be a Kalulu, Tonali finding himself? But yeah, I don't think we would be in this position if he wasn't there. Mike Manjon, as you like to call him. Vincenzo from Winnipeg. Hey guys, what a game and what a performance by not only the players but Lo Stadio. My question revolves around Kessie. His performance was strong. What do you think we will miss the most about Kessie on the field? What do you think will be our best replacement? It's a good question. Jan, what do you think we're gonna miss from Kessie?
Just the way he protects that ball and how he can like cleanly take a ball off a guy and immediately have his body in front of it, and the other guy can't do anything. And just that sense of calm that he has. And if the rumors are true, I mean, we'll see what this Renato Sanchez kid gives us. And but for now, if we just go with roster players, we're gonna miss a bit of physicality. But I'm okay with Bennacer Tonali. Bennacer Tonali for me is fine. And if Sanchez is the player that he's supposed to be, well then we might even upgrade over the next couple of years. But that's our reality as Milan, right? We're gonna like guys for 3-4 years, and then we're gonna transform them into something else. Just
Steve, do you agree on that one? We're gonna miss most from Kessie.
Poise, he's just someone you knew he was gonna start, and you didn't really have to think if he was gonna start or not. But this year, Bennacer and Tonali did make Pioli think if he should start or not. So
that's true.
I'm gonna miss the guy who's, again, he's a professional. He stayed with Milan in the really shitty times. I think during the season, a lot of Milan fans were really bashing him, and I think we were all on Team Kessie here. And again, we realized that it's a business, and I hope people realize it's a business. Didn't stay really long, but it feels like he stayed really long because those years were just so tough. So for someone to be that professional, it's tough, man. It's tough.
It's true. We just said Pobega to come back, and Adli from where is he from? Him? Which team?
Bordeaux.
There we go. So we'll see what goes on, but his physicality definitely for Kessie, and I think it was just like nobody wastes time like Kessie. That's true on that one there. On Twitter, we had the FIFA chef. Every game, I'm increasingly impressed with Kalulu. In the last 10 league games, we've conceded 2 goals. Do you think Botman will be integrated as a starter, or should Kalulu be given priority in order to further his growth alongside Tomori? Keep up the great work. Thank you, FIFA chef. Even Botman, wasn't there something that he's supposedly going somewhere else? But Kalulu, how do you not make him start? That Kajar's coming back, right? Kalulu, do you move him back to the wing, Steve?
You're gonna see Kalulu as natural position, right back. If they sign another center back,
yeah, because you even see it now. The way he plays now, he's very forward and he makes some nice runs. And I think he's going to give a nice option and give some rest to Calabria, and maybe take Calabria's spot over the time.
I think he takes Calabria's spot.
Yeah, and I think it's fine, because if your backup is a guy like Davide Calabria, you're sitting nice. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good backup. And you're going to start seeing, as this team grows, players that are starters now are going to settle into their backup role, and it's going to make them better players. And, you might see a different aspect of them. And I'm looking at a guy like Salamakers, that next year you get a real right wing. You can flourish in that energy role, last 15, 20 minutes of a game, maybe starts that one game in the Coppa Italia. But right now we're playing guys that out of their position. We're playing them in starting roles that they shouldn't be. So we're going to see how it goes. Yeah.
And
this is a different transfer market than last year. Like, this is going to be a second straight year in Champions League. Now the pressure's on. Now there's no more time for Macias. I get you wanted to balance the books, and all.
You can get one of those moves.
The hope moves. All the accountants, they're just extra horny about the Excel spreadsheets that are balancing and stuff like that. I'm just done with that. It's like, now your second straight year in Champions League. Now it's time to make some waves. Milan needs to be back, not only in Serie A, but also on the international level, which is very important to us. And it's something that we pride ourselves on. We have 7 Champions League trophies, It's going to take a long time for anybody in Italy to catch us in that department. But Milan need to start. And again, it all starts with let's make the summer pass or see what happens at the end of the year. They need to fix this ownership thing. Is Elliott staying? Is it Redbird? Is it Bluebird? Is it Invest Corp? Whoever it is, that's gonna be a soap opera for all year. But that cannot affect the transfer window because you need to replace and you need to add depth. And again, I don't have a problem with guys like Krunic because they're the Swiss Army knife. You could play him anywhere. But I'm going to have a really big problem with the guys like Salchicha Maker and Macias as starters.
Yeah.
If you want to bring them on, like Pioli did with Macias, he brought him on, and by fluke, and I'm saying it with my heart, guys, I really want the guy to do well. But that's not a through ball, guys. He punted the ball, and it's Leao that did the rest. Like, you cannot even call that an assist. Let's be honest, guys.
It was the weirdest. I was like, for my Fanta couch, I'm like, yes, you got me the assist.
It went up in the air like a punt, and I thought that someone was just going to down it at the one.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Trying to keep stuff positive, but nobody was throwing him any flowers for that one. But when you're emotional about that kind of goal, and
then Leao, he rang all the bells. Everybody's mad. I love it. Everybody's mad. This is the best time of the year. I love it. I miss this so much. Being relevant and important up until the last match day.
That was an MLS.
He was at the J Stadium tonight, Leao. Now the rumors are going off, huh? He was there watching the game.
He was watching Lazio Juventus.
Lazio Juventus, yeah.
Maybe it was
Lazio.
Maybe he's friends with Dybala. I don't know, the hip hop side. Maybe there was something happening.
Alla Destra 3. I think these guys, Steve, or they're maybe trolling you in a positive kind of way, because this question is what a game, what a team, what our calm and composed, the keeper, solid defense, versatile midfield, experienced strikers, and stunning left winger. Stevie, where do you think this team can improve? Do you have any glaring obvious needs that can improve the squad?
I love this guy. Look at this guy. I can't even pronounce his name. This guy's funny. No, that is a very good ball, and it's very difficult. With all due respect, I disagree. And I'm going to even give you...
Maybe he did. Maybe Macias is really a true magician that he planned that all out. But we'll keep the positivity with the Leao. What do we have here at Kiralista? Should Macias start next game, or do you want to change what's working? I think we spoke about that
change
one.
Nothing.
Change absolutely nothing, right?
No.
Fabio, how many babies will be named after Theo after the season? Forza Milan. And that is it for the Twitter questions. Leao was invited by Keane to watch the game. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And the comments.
I'm telling you, the guys, they're number one. What do we have? One saying, I've seen a few little matches, and Russia does not play like Frank Sanchez. He's more technically gifted, and he can play as a number 10 in Serie A. He's not a natural replacement for Frank. Yeah, probably. But guys, we have Bakayoko, right? The Holy Ghost guided that ball from the Messiah himself. Best miss kick of all time. You guys are the best.
We're getting a message from...
Ciao ragazzi, ciao Ale, come stai?
Ciao Presidente, il vero Presidente.
What does it make me laugh every time I hear?
Tutto bene, grazie.
Hey, we have an engagement from Twitch. Love it.
Oh, nice.
Enigma T90. Cheers, gentlemen. Forza Milan.
We got a message from President. What is he saying?
He's saying go to busted calcio tweets so that Steve could go to bed.
And here we go. Busted calcio tweets to at CFC Kemboy. I see no difference. Goat and a goat. And we have Pirlo. And we have...
I chose it just for Steve, this one. He loves comparisons.
So this one, why did it make the list for you, Jan?
I mean, nothing against Jorginho. Don't want to make it seem like I'm a hater because he missed enough penalty shots to not put Italy through the World Cup. But really, Pirlo? Really?
How could they be compared? Like even on trophy
I
wise?
don't know. I think it's another one of these prem heads that never actually watched anything. They probably only thought Pirlo played with Juve, never probably knew his early days. And
yeah.
even though he was great at Juve, but he was fantastic at Milan. So like, I don't know.
I would love to reply to this tweet and say, let's say we put Pirlo in Switzerland or in Italy taking that last penalty shot that Jorginho missed.
It's in.
There's
in.
no
All the
chance that
time.
Pirlo
And he-
misses that penalty
Who,
shot.
who,
Exactly. And there's
who
no
does
chance
it-
he missed it in the Euro final either.
No.
who does a Cucchiaio when you're in the Euro final
Totti's
against
the only
England?
one that has
Yeah,
the
but
balls.
hold on. We have to give Totti the advantage here
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Totti
yeah,
did it
yeah,
on
he's the
Van der
better-
Sar, who was much better than Joe Hart.
Yes.
I could beat Joe Hart on a
And
penalty.
also, I think Totti was a more complete player than Pirlo. It's like, I think Totti's a better player than Pirlo. I mean,
I think
we're gonna
Totti is a
compare,
better
if we're
player.
gonna
Yes,
compare,
you can't compare two different positions, but
No,
I
no.
think
pound for pound, if I
there's
look at
not,
the command card on the back and I see
not
who
too
has the
many,
stronger-
not too
no.
many better than Totti.
Have you guys seen those Volkswagen commercials in Italy with Totti about the electrical cars? And he's always relating back to Il Mister and soccer. If you guys have a chance, they're freaking funny. Slide number 2. Chris in Italia è conosciuto come Smaldini. Metà Smalling, metà Maldini. Sta facendo cose incredibili. So this is from Mr. Mourinho saying that Chris Smalling is known as Smaldini. That he's
I reached out to some Roma fans and
do they know about this?
they know about it. They say it's as a joke just because he's been playing well, but no one in their right mind actually thinks he's playing like Maldini. I think it's not a tweet, but I had to put it there. I think Jose is just he's a man for the quote. And,
He's a master. He's a master
At this.
of taking pressure off his team and putting it on him. He's
And
a master.
and I just thought it was hilarious, and I had to put it here because it can't be serious. Like, come on, like, I'd like to hear what Maldini thinks. I think Maldini would have too much classes to even comment on this, but it's just, come on.
Mourinho, you're on the list for this week. Slide number 3. Not a real Scudetto in my books, to be honest. At Napoli Sansone. Please, Napoli Sansone. Explain to us how it's not a real Scudetto. This is a fake Scudetto, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
mean, are we going to consider the ones that his team bottled when they actually had semi-decent teams and a really scrappy, not very good Serie A? Were those going to be considered real Scudettos when your teams barely got out of a group stage, didn't do much in Europe, were always second fiddle to a Juventus that was cheating supposedly, but you guys kept watching.
They couldn't beat
But
him.
now this one here is not a real Scudetto, right? If they would have won theirs, like, come on, please, I love it. I love the tears. Just give me more.
The tears.
Oh my
The
God.
Napoli fans, they know my stance, and I don't know. It's either this they can't handle the truth, or they don't want to come at the Milan Weekly Podcast account reason. But I've said it multiple times, and if they take 2 minutes to it, because Napoli is their own destruction. They had the chance, they had the window, they had the players. Their owner did not want to spend where they needed help and they needed depth. Sarri had a fantastic starting 11 that he burned to the max because he had no one else. That's not on Sarri, Sansone. That's on ADL.
You know what? We'll tell them they could put a little star, a little asterisk, because
They
the
could put
Scudetto
whatever
is
they want. They could put a margarita pizza. They could put a
No, but the
cannoli.
idea that this is the only bad the Scudetto race. Get out of here, man. There was one race. The Juventus was the 18 points behind. These guys, they
Would they?
sitting there
Exactly. Would they like
touching
that
each other's
better?
balls, doing nothing, and then let the team come back and take a title. Like, are you serious?
Everybody's angry when Juve is ahead by double digits. Everybody's angry when there's only 2 teams fighting for Champions League, but the first place team is 8 points ahead. Everybody's angry when there's 1 point difference at the last fucking match day and everything's on the line. I don't know what you want. If you're small, insignificant club, besides Diego and Armando Maradona, there's not much other in Napoli.
No.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I have to say what it is, the facts. Napoli is on the map because of Diego Armando Maradona.
I don't know, maybe
Point-
the 13 jerseys this year maybe kind of pointed to that effect.
Yeah,
that
but
it's just because of one
it's
player,
it's something that they have to come to terms with. And you know what? Count yourself lucky that you had someone like that. He's 1A, 1B greatest player in the history of the game.
Yeah.
And he passed by Naples. So let it be. But the other teams, it's not a real Scudetto. Okay, fine. In the end, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
me neither.
really don't care.
Gio, you're gonna need to make us a recording of all the tears that
All
we
the
will be
tears.
drinking. Slide number 4. Our friend Lupo. If you really think
He's
Serie A
back.
does not have an agenda, you are
Lupo.
a clear
Yes,
foul
yes.
and the goal stands. Only in Serie A is there this amount of inconsistency, but as always, Milan doesn't need rules. No one cares.
Fucking cry me a river, bro. Like, seriously. Cry me a river.
Is
Oh, you
it-
know, I found out he likes the Rangers too. He was posting pictures of the refs with Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys. This guy does not stop. He looks at refs as if it's someone that violated him as a child. I don't know what hurt him as a kid, but refs are all he thinks about. It's always the refs.
So Serie A
always
has
the
an
refs.
agenda. The agenda is to make Milan win.
Anybody but Roma, it seems, or the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers were outclassed in that series. I don't know if you guys, I remember changing topic, but anyway, he doesn't seem to understand sometimes. Sometimes he makes a tweet, Roma's midfield is terrible. He's spot on. Then the next tweet, he's talking about referees. But who cares about, like I always say, the refs are bad and they're good for all of us. It said, yeah, you don't like it. Go watch EPL. Watch the NFL. Watch
Imagine-
the NBA.
Imagine if
Fucking
it
watch
would have
women's
happened.
curling for all I fucking care. There's better referees over there. But if you're gonna complain about refs, just like that other Tarala Milan obsession, complaining about refs all the time, you're just wasting your time watching the sport, and you look like a fool.
It's like
You-
we never
it's
seen it
nobody.
before.
It's like it's the same thing for everybody.
Oh boy,
Refs
Steve.
are bad. That's it.
I know he's your friend, Lupo, but imagine the Spezia thing would have happened to Roma or anything like that. Anyways, he's made a nice comeback because we had missed him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for coming back, bro. Thanks.
Steve, any comments on this one? I take it to the last one. Take it to the
Jan really put it well. This is what it is. It happens in every sport, guys. And you know what? Unfortunately, in Serie A, it's magnified, but it's Serie A's fault, guys. It's not Milan's fault. It's not Inter's fault. I'm even going to defend Juve. Because in the end, it's Serie A that needs to get their ducks in a row. If they would limit maybe half of the stupidity, it wouldn't even be a conversation.
Did you hear about the VAR
It's not gonna
challenge?
happen.
They want to implement the VAR challenge that a coach is
They're
going
gonna
to be
throw a
able
flag on
to.
the field.
I
They'll
think
throw a
that's
flag
good.
on the field.
I think
I
that
think
might be
that's
good.
good.
And then
I
if
think
you
that might
screw
be
up,
good.
you get one less substitution, so some guy gets a heart attack on the field. There you go.
Yeah. I
less
think if they keep the 5 subs, I think it's a good thing.
Why don't we just introduce, if you get the wrong call, they just, they shoot your goalie in the foot. He has to play the rest of the game like that. Let's just
Oh.
make arbitrary rules so that everyone's happy with refs.
Tell us how you really feel, Jan.
It's just pathetic. What a line to go by. I'm going to waste my time talking about refs and watch a league every week that I think is fixed. That's the definition of insanity. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
That's true.
Find another thing to do with your life. I mean, if I would watch a show and think, man, every time I watch this Law and Order, it's always the same fucking ending, I'm not going to watch it anymore, right? But these people, they complain about Serie A as if it's always the same thing. It's always the same. We're getting screwed. And then we have the people on our own Milan side that think we're getting screwed, but we're in first place.
Yeah.
Like, the lunacy is there, man. People are not normal. Find something else. Talk about something else. Go look at the sky. I don't know, man.
Take a walk. But
Take
was
a
it
walk.
Mario's friend, the Juventino,
Try some
sending
man-made
those
underwears
messages?
on. It
Try
might
some.
make you feel
Walk around in your
fulfilled.
man-made underwear. Go take some air. And there's no chafing around there.
Make
You
a
can-
calendar. Do something. I don't
But
know.
was it Mario that his Juventino friends wrote him that thing? It's like, you know what? The next time a referee decision comes and dictate really your season, come talk to me, bro. And he just replied back with Gol di Montari. Yeah, we'll talk to him. Slide number 5. Oh, that was it.
Oh no, it didn't make it. Oh man.
Do you have
So
it? Do you
take
have it
off.
on the computer?
I have it on the computer. Hold on a second. You have to
All right.
get it out.
Guys, let
Okay.
let me go through all of these for you guys to vote. So we have
Pick your winner. Pick your
pick your
winner.
winner at I see no difference. The Jorginho and Pirlo. We have Mourinho with the Smaldini. Sansone that it's not
It's
a
weird.
real
It's me. It's
Scudetto.
here on my side. On my side, it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
I
on
just
my
hold
side,
on.
it's
Why
there.
am I not? I don't know. I uploaded the same thing.
Ah, man, I
Can
don't know.
can you put
I
it
don't
up
know.
to your to you put it up to your camera or
It's just
you could just read it out because in the end we'll just have to read it out, right?
yeah. I guess I don't know if you can see. Could you see this one? Is it?
That's
No.
too small. So read it out.
It's
Who
too
is it
small.
from?
Okay, it's from Francis. It's 2 weeks in a row. Francis is on. So it really makes me laugh when people say that Milan management has done a great job. They lost 3 assets worth around 150 million. I mean, I think that's their back taxes right now in Inter. But anyway, 4 free over 2 seasons. Barely feel a decent 11. He's right. We feel a decent 9. This team was never built to win a title. And he wrote title with 2 T's. Complete anomaly.
Yeah, but he's French.
It happened by
Gotta give
mistake. He is so mad right now.
Yeah.
He is so
Oh,
mad
he's fuming.
that
He's-
a team that indebted themselves for 1 Scudetto, lost their world-class coach for Limone, who never finished that Pioli in his fucking life, and then got rid of their striker for busted up Dzeko and the guy that plucks his eyebrows, Lautaro. Are we serious that with all the money
and
that
Korea
they spent,
and Korea.
Correct.
and Korea, we 20 million over there, and then you're going to talk about a team that, yes, we lost 4 players. He's absolutely right. But I think yesterday, wasn't it PSG that just lost, I think, arguably the best player right now in the world, Mbappe, for free? Didn't
Pogba's
Messi
leaving
get
for
lost by
free.
Barcelona for free? I think maybe what Francis doesn't understand is that sometimes teams, they let players go instead of getting in debt, and then they go find a cheaper replacement. Something that your one-eyed manager wasn't capable to do at Juve and left him in shambles. And what is he doing to your team right now? He's going to leave you in shambles too with your contracts. So laugh all you want.
Everybody's
me all the
everybody's
tears,
having a good
Francis.
time. Big busted
Send in
tittles.
all the tears, Francis. Send
The
it in.
tittles. Yeah,
The
Francis
tittles.
twice in a way. Yeah, so he's as you've been talking to him, Steve. He must be.
I
fucking
talk to him. I listen to the stupidity all the time. It's something that Inter fans, Roma fans, Juve fans, Napoli fans, they love to just pick at whatever makes them feel happy. And the realization is that you could go on Twitter and you can find whatever account you want that writes whatever makes you feel happy. You feel like you want to bash Milan, you'll find an account where you'll find material that we've put up here in Busted Calcio tweets that's going to make you hate Milan. Could also find stuff that's going to make you like Milan. Like Lupo tweets. Someone who reads a Lupo tweet kind of says, you know what? Let me look a little bit more into this Milan and see exactly what happened. And then come to a conclusion that his tweet is absolutely stupid. So what he's doing here now is he's finding every single little thing. It's things that we've talked about before. We know we're not the best team in Serie A.
Of course.
We know that we were not built to win the title. We know that our management made mistakes. Goodbyes and mistakes.
Let me see if I could read.
In the end, no one's going to care. Because the only thing they're going to care about is who finishes first. And that's what Inter fans are going to do. The guys at Chicharos are going to say, if Inter wins the Scudetto, they're going to say, this is the best Scudetto ever. We beat Milan on the final day. We have May 5th. And now they're going to have May whatever the hell the day is. If Milan wins the Scudetto, we're going to have stupidities like Sansone. Dumb fucking hams who are going to say this is not a Scudetto. So you know what? I take the route of I couldn't give a flying fuck. Because if we win, I will enjoy watching Fabio, David, Gio, yourself, Jan, even Presidente, if his wife lets him out of the fucking house, enjoy this goddamn 19 Scudetto and stick it to you because we won the Scudetto with 9 fucking people. So, you know what? It could look bad on Serie A, but as a Milan fan, I'm going to be fucking proud because we fucking won it with 9 people. Because 2 of them, we just was a revolving door of stupidity. But that's not on Milan.
Yeah.
That's
And
not on Milan.
Inter fans will never talk that they won a Scudetto with scraps like Darmian, D'Ambrosio, Gagliardini, playing above their talent level and replacing guys that were injured and not supposed to be doing, and Perisic all of a sudden finding goal. Like, come on.
I don't know what to
There's
say
luck
to
on
things
every
like this.
team. When Juventus won, things went their way. Going back to
Inter
Luca, maybe
won-
let's remember when
Inter
Roma
won last
had
year.
those teams of 90 points.
Inter won last year, and they were the best team.
Yes, they were.
But there's other years that, teams have won, and they were not the best teams.
I
The
think some
year,
of
if
those
we
Juve
go,
teams,
and if I have time, and which I don't have time, but if you go through the 10 Scudetto or 9 Scudettos in a row for Juve, I'm pretty sure you will see that some years their teams are not the best teams.
no.
But they got shit done and they won.
Basically, that's what sports is all
Which
about,
Roma
right?
and Napoli failed to do when they had decent
Exactly.
teams.
Roma,
Yeah.
it's not.
But the rest of
Milan?
Serie A at that time was not very good. There's a lot more parity in the last 2-3 years than in the other 3 or 4 years of them winning the title all the time. Juventus and
We
Roma,
always
Napoli.
always said it, Jan. We always said it here. The Serie A needs both Milan and Inter to do well. And you know what? Inter had to spend over their heads to get better. Milan took another more economical route.
That's it.
And yes, we've made mistakes. We know we've made mistakes. We spent money on Piatek and then gave him away.
Andre Silva.
Andre Silva, same thing. There
Andre
was
Conte.
mistakes. But everybody makes mistakes in the transfer thing. And you know what? We knew at the beginning of the year was not we were going to be we were just wanted to make 4th spot.
Exactly.
But as you come in the Scudetto race and you're close, thus the frustration at the winter mercato why we didn't address position
Fuck, they
10
even got
and
Gosens
11 on
at the
our
winter
team.
mercato.
Exactly.
They got Gosens at
And
the winter
Gosen
mercato.
hasn't fucking played, right? They paid at least
No,
20 million.
because Inzaghi, he can't make a substitution if his life depended on it, and he likes to play Perisic, who by all means is having a very good season. So I guess you keep playing him, but they're thinking about the future. It's a good move because one guy
Definitely a good move. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
And their ultimate mistake could be not having a vice Brozovic to give him some rest.
and we've seen it that without Brozovic, they don't do. They don't.
They
Without
decided,
Brozovic,
they decided to stay with Vidal, and that's just too fucking bad. That's not my problem. In the end, whoever finishes first wins the title. Hopefully, there's no conspiracy, but in the end, that's
it.
that's what it is.
I'm gonna go with Francis, guys. That's my vote. It's a good one. Francis, you're getting my vote for this week. Jan, how about you? You're getting
Francis all the way. Yeah, Francis.
Steve, you going with your BFF, Lupo?
No. This guy.
This guy, Napoli, not a real
Guys,
Scudetto. My
you
vote.
have to take the busted Calcio tweets have to be really busted.
Yeah.
And no one beats Sansone this week. Even
you're
Francis, for how Francis's tweet comes from a position of anger.
Yeah.
Sansone's tweet comes from a position of pure stupidity. So in the heart of busted Calcio tweets, the stupidest one wins.
Yeah, you're right.
On that, we have criteria, guys, to be
It
voting.
was at 11 o'clock at night if you see the timestamp on there, so maybe he was a bit busted when he tweeted that. No, Francis.
Then he fits.
Yeah.
11:04.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, it's been a long one. Thank you so very much. Everybody's having a really fun time with the tittles.
Tittles.
The tittles. Francis, thank you for the new Fabio's going crazy there. Guys.
I can't wait for tittles.
Hashtag tittles.
Hashtag tittles. Guys, Thank you so very much to the comments, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Shout out again to Sunny with a fantastic thumbnail. And as the thumbnail says, as Abbonanami of Kobe, Mamba mentality, job ain't done yet. I don't know anybody wants to go crazy, about celebrating. I know a lot of people were trashing Milan fans, thinking they were going to celebrate yesterday. But hey, it's also everybody was together looking at those videos from Milan Club Dublin. That brotherhood and sisterhood is alive. Let's go to next week, and hopefully Steve and I and Jan will be still festeggiando next Monday when we'll see each other. We will have definitely a group therapy session before the game because everybody's going to need it. Guys, anything in closing before we let everybody go?
No.
I hope next week whoever wins in Milano, nothing. There's not going to be any violence, and everyone can just have a good time, and that no one hurts themselves. But having been to a derby, everyone's very, very comical, and it should be a fun time no matter who wins in that city. So it's going to be fun, man.
All right, guys. Guys, ovunque e sempre.
Forza
Forza
Milan!
Milan.
1
Till next
point!
week.
1 fucking point!
Ciao,
I
guys.
want 3.
Vince